ambers. The next, don't park there.
Oh, bus driver voice, they heard you.
Okay, so then the green cone is gonna be my 100-foot signal for my right turn signal. And then of course the orange cone is gonna be my school bus stop. And then the orange little cone past that is gonna be my 12 feet. That's how far we should stay away from the kids because that's a danger zone. Also, as I'm approaching this, by the green cone, the 100 feet is a driveway right now. If that would be an intersection, I would not activate my right turn signal right by that intersection because people might think I'm turning into that road, right? So we would wait at least halfway through that intersection before I would activate my right turn signal. But this is a driveway. Even if it was a driveway, we are allowed for loading and unloading to actually block a driveway. Okay, we're not blocking or doing loading and unloading in an intersection. Automatic fail. And this is how I'm going to talk it out loud, is how you have to verbally explain that to CSP, okay? So at 200 feet, I'm activating my ambers. You're going to look, that's what indicator lights are for. Sometimes you might not hit the master switch all the way, ambers never came on. Indicator lights are for, I'm going to look, they're really on. At 100 feet, I'm going to activate my right turn signal, checking my right mirror, making sure it's clear to move over. And I'm going to get parallel and within 18 inches of the curb. Now that cement gutter is 24 inches. So you got to be on the gutter, okay? And that is because if we're too far away, what are the kids gonna do? Step, 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 jump, twist their ankle, school bus accident, right? So it wants to be step, 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 curb. Perfect. So my signal's on, I'm getting parallel within 18 inches. And I'm gonna stop at my school bus stop. And then this process has to be quick when you get to the stop. We can't just park and then we're looking in the mirror and what comes next. It has to be boom, 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 boom. This is the time that we need to stop traffic, okay? So on that handout, it tells you basically everything has to be done simultaneously, which we can't do because we only have two hands, right? So to me, CDE says, you know, parking brake, neutral, blinker, reds. But you know, as soon as you just do it, boom, 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 to me, I do parking brake first because you're not gonna kill your own kids, right? Secure that bus. Next thing, I'm turning on my reds. I'm gonna stop that traffic, right? I could care less if my bus is still in neutral or it's in drive, right? So I'm gonna do parking brake, reds, neutral, blinker, keys. Get everything done over here. So now, next thing I'm gonna do not unbuckle yet. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check our left mirror, making sure that that stop arm is really out and flashing and all traffic has come to a complete stop in both directions. Do not unbuckle yet. Those kids should not be unbuckled yet or standing up. Just because that stop sign is out doesn't mean traffic necessarily stops, right? You get rear-ended, someone's texting, they're ending you. We confirm, stop arm's extended and flashing, all traffic has come to a complete stop. Now I can unbuckle myself, my keys in my hand. I'm going to look at my kids and say, okay, we're gonna unload now. You guys follow directions. For now, you're gonna follow me down the steps and you wait on the side of the bus on the curb and you wait for following directions, okay? I'm gonna check my mirror, making sure it's really safe to open the door. I'm gonna come out, grab my stop sign, and then before you step out, you're gonna be on the last step of the step well, and you're going to stick your stop sign already out the door. As soon as you're gonna exit, you're gonna be Statue of Liberty, okay? We're not gonna have the stop sign down there and then sometime put it up. It's right away, Statue of Liberty. You mean business, you're protecting yourself and your kids as soon as you step out there. Okay, but before we step out, we've got to make sure it's safe because there could be a skateboarder, bicyclist coming by. So we're peeking to this side of the bus and this side of the bus. It's really safe to exit the bus. And you're explaining all of this to CHP as you're doing that escort for him, okay? So now I'm going to step out and I'm going to tell my kids, you come down here and you wait for me on the side of the bus and wait for further directions. And then the big thing is, as you are walking forward to the bus, you still are keeping an eye on your kids, because what do they like to do? They like to go either follow you or they like to go to the back of the bus and sneak and cross back there. You keep constant eye on your kids. Okay, so I'm going to go down. Keep an eye on my kids. You guys stay down here and do not, maybe you want to open windows.
I can hear you. You're pretty loud.
What else was I going to say? And as soon as you step out, there is no more, okay guys, come on down, follow me. Your hand, if you can't talk without your hands, put in your pocket. Okay? You do one little movement. That could be someone thinking, okay, that's a nice bus driver, she lets me go. No. Put your hand in your pocket. Then I'm gonna walk 10 feet to the front of the bus. So that cone that I have right now, that little one is 12 feet. But so 10 feet would be just, for me, it's about 5 paces, okay? Make sure it's really 10 feet. If you say 10 feet and you're walking like 20 big steps, that's already 20 feet. Then if you're gonna walk at a 45-degree angle, you're gonna be way far away from the bus. We're doing the 10 feet and then I'm walking straight in front of my bus and look, and then I'm walking the 45-degree angle. And that gives me that perfect sweet zone where I can protect my kids. If I'm too far away and a car comes, I need to be there and run and shove them at least in front of the bus. Scraped knees are better than being hit by a car, right? If I'm too close, it's not right. So just 10 feet straight over, 45-degree angle. Okay, there's my 5 steps. Looking at my bus, making sure my red lights are really activated. I do not go like this, okay? Hand in my pocket. Reds are activated.
Car left.
I know, but why didn't we come out? There she is. Traffic has stopped in both directions. Now walk just 25 feet. She's talking quiet. Now my kids are staying over there. Alright kids, now it's safe to cross between me and the bus. I'm facing my kids. I'm not going to stand like this. I can't see with my back. I don't trust traffic. Stop sign faces this way. My body faces my kids, and that way I can see traffic and my kids. Alright, kids are crossing. As the last one crosses, my body turns with them. Stop sign faces this way, and I watch it get to the side of the sidewalk over there. See you later, guys. Someone has to come back. Hair was home. Alright, come back. Cross me in the bus. Get on the bus. If you have seatbelts already, tell them, try the seat, put your seatbelts up. Once they reach the sidewalk, I'm coming back. As I'm on the side of the bus, I'm going to peek under, make sure there's no hazards, kids, anything under the bus that shouldn't be there. Stop sign still up. Now I come in, put my stop sign away. First thing we want to do is close the door. I'm going to make sure nobody's approaching the bus. Close that door, no unauthorized entry. I already have my keys, don't have them somewhere, and then you're sitting down, it's like, oh, now you gotta get up again, and it happens, right? So just have them in your hand. I already put it in. Red stay on all the way to the very end. I turn my ignition on, let it do all of its things, and I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. As I do that, I can do my first 5-car mirror check. We're gonna do 2 of them all together. So first I want to check my left mirror. One time in those 2 5-car mirror checks, one time you have to explain what you're looking for in those mirrors. Looking in my left mirror, stop arm still extended, traffic stopped. Looking in my interior mirror, making sure all my students are properly seated, buckled up if I have seatbelts. 3 is my cross view mirror check. From this side to this side is 1. That's count number 3. I'm going to check nobody is in front of my bus by my front door, my front tires. My right mirror making sure no kid is coming late to the bus, running up to the bus, back to the left, traffic still stopped. Now I'm gonna start my bus. Once it's started, it's gonna be ready to go. So I'm gonna put it in drive. Release parking brake. Second 5-car mirror check. Now you don't have to say it anymore. You're just doing it. Make sure he sees your head movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm absolutely sure there's nobody coming. Now if I would see Johnny coming running right to the bus, all I gotta do is set parking brake neutral, open the door, and he can come in, right? If you already had your reds turned off, there comes Johnny. Say, bye-bye, I don't have 200 feet to my ambers on, right? We can't just flick the reds on. Ambers and reds go hand in hand, not one without the other, ever. Okay, so Johnny, great to be on time tomorrow. I can't wait for you every day. So now we're gonna put it back and drive. Just bust this mic. Then we will do another 5-car mirror check since Johnny just came back on. Clear, clear, clear. Now I'm clear. Reds come off. 2 to turn off, right? So to activate them, it's the master switch and the ambers. If I just do the ambers, nothing happens. So master and amber, you go.
I'm so patient.
Yeah. Thank you. And so then to activate the reds, I just activate the reds, and then 2 to turn off. If I just turn the reds off, they come off. But what happens if I open the door?
Reds come on.
Reds come on. It's illegal to use your reds anytime unless it's for the loading and unloading process. So if you open the door at the railroad crossing, you're stopping traffic against the law. Okay. So 2 to turn off. Then we're checking. I don't already turn my left turn signal on, because if I turn my left turn signal on, it's confusing for the motoring public, right? Well, she's sitting there with the signal, is she pulling out, is she not? So I'm looking my left turn in my left mirror, making sure the stop arm is really all the way collapsed. We're not gonna just put the blinker on as it's collapsing and force our way in. It's against the law. So it's completely collapsed. Now if it's safe to do so, it depends on revving his engine for a minute, and he's not gonna let you in, okay? Safe to do so, left turn signal, and then I'll pull away from the stop at idle speed, checking continuously all my mirrors, of course, especially also to the right. Don't be so focused just on traffic. Right, rear dual tires, most dangerous zone, which is 10 feet, and 10 feet in front of the bus, most dangerous zone, okay? So super, super important, especially cross view mirrors and right side mirror. Of course, the left too, you gotta check traffic. They're all important, but we're gonna continuously do it. All right, any questions? Not giving physical assistance to a child, and it takes longer than it would a kid that you don't have to give physical assistance to. That means you actually have to get out of your seat. You have to help that child to get on the bus up the stairs, okay? It's not because you have to help secure an instrument. Red, stay on for that. Going for the test drive, or even on your regular route, but on your regular route it's going to say exactly where to stop, so that is a designated stop and it should be safe, right? So, but if you're out with CHP and it's going to tell you down this road, we're doing a red light escort, right? So as soon as he tells you that, you're scanning already. Like, where is a safe spot? Sometimes it might be as soon as you turn the corner, you might have to turn your ambers on right then and there already. If you wait too long, you wait for the person, then there's that tree, and then there's a trash, because it's trash day that day, and then you stop, you think you have the perfect spot, you walk out, guess what? You're in the middle of an intersection. There's a road over on this side. You can't do that. You can't escort in the middle of the road. So look, it's got to be safe on both sides. Pick that spot. 200 feet from there, you're going to activate your ambers. And know what 200 feet are. You can't turn it on at 300. You can't turn it on at 100. Figure out what is 200 feet. Measure it one time and then walk it with, and then just think. For me, it's always like, okay, if I have 5 buses bumper to bumper, that's 200 feet. Or sometimes you just look at the light poles. A lot of times light poles might be 200 feet. Or just look and just think of that. What's 200 feet?
So if you train your kids to be there 5 minutes before their departure time,
yes. So, and also
they'll always be on time.
That's part of your bus evacuation. Like, that's when you give it that, go over all those points that you got to go over. it's your responsibility. Those kids are your responsibility as soon as you see them that they're your kids that are going to come on the bus. So however they behave at the school bus stop, it's your responsibility to fix any problems, right? They're yanking on the neighbors' trees, they're shoving each other, they're bouncing the ball in the middle of the road. You need to take care of that ASAP. Okay? Tell them 5 minutes before you are at the school bus stop. You need to wait on me, I can't wait on you.
You know, I have a question because I've got a situation going right now, and the mother just won't do it. If I'm at my bus stop and I see them running to the bus stop and it's a continuous thing, I could just have the superintendent tell the parent that I'm going to have to go back around. Don't let them run up to the bus. And
You mean that you're already, like, as
I'm
you're
stopped,
driving?
everything's on, and then they want to. Sometimes I've started taking off because they're not out yet. Then I see them running, and I can't do it, huh?
So
They're making me break
tell
the
them
law.
they have to be there 5 minutes prior. It's, that's continuous. That's not a safe. It's not safe to run around the bus. So
How about if the parents come on and say, wait?
How about if the parents are standing there going, wait, there's another kid coming. Wait.
So we don't want to take off either and leave them.
So, well then, you do it that one time, and you tell them, as the kids come on, and to those parents, you know what, next time I can't wait anymore. If you do that at every bus stop, my bus route gets delayed 20 minutes, right?
That's what we said. That's what we were talking
So do it one time and say, this is for today only, this is not safe, and next time I can't wait anymore, okay?
What
So
happens
we said
if
that
you?
once we turn on our amber lights, if they're not out there, and let's say they weren't out there, so we have to.
You have to
secure the
still
bus,
go through
everything
the whole
open.
process.
They turn on the red lights. We have to, even if they don't get on
Yep,
the bus.
yep. Once, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
The amber comes on, brother needs to come on. Hand in hand.
Like, no, I gotta get out there and cross them. You get by a car and they're your responsibility because Bobby's mom get there 5 minutes ahead of them.
Okay, 200 feet, I'm activating my ambers. Right turn mirror, right mirror, I'm checking 100 feet, my blinker comes on. Getting parallel within 18 inches of the curb. I'm gonna stop 12 feet away from my kids. Check my left mirror, making sure my stop arm's extended and flashing and all traffic has come to a complete stop. Okay, kids, you guys follow me down the step and you wait next to the bus and wait for following for directions. Check both sides, making sure traffic, it's safe to exit the bus. You guys come on here and you stay here and wait for further directions. Walking 10 feet to the front of my bus. Kids, you behave, you stay right there. My reds are activated.
Wanted us to drive.
Make sure you deactivate.
Alright, kids, safe to come between me and the bus. Johnny, come back. Get on the bus, bus it up. Safe, nothing underneath my bus.
Just fix your mind that you're cool.
Safe to close the door.
Carry your box. Did you see that?
I'll do my first 5-count mirror check starting on the left. Stop arms extended and flashing. Traffic still stopped. All my kids are properly seated. Nobody in front of my bus by my front tires, front door. Nobody's approaching on the right. Traffic still stopped.
They're all acting like perfect angels right now. Right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The morning guys are better than the afternoons.
Stop arms collapsed. When it's safe to do so, left
They're
turn
not awake
signal,
yet.
and I'm pulling away at idle speed, checking all my mirrors.
Might be